everyone, welcome to the second episode in our bus building series.
In the last video we finished off by removing one of the old windows, and this time we'll be replacing that with an aluminium composite panel to block it off.
We'll also be continuing on with the demos of the interior, including ripping up the old plywood floor and replacing it. Once we had the window out, the first thing we did was remove the bracing and clean up the frame.
To allow for the aluminium panel to go into the frame, we have to cut one corner open, and we will join this back together later.
All of the window sills need replacing on our bus, and unfortunately we have to remove the entire window frame like we have here to do this.
Here I'm cutting some strips of Bailey channel rubber to make our new window seals, and I'm using a knife to cut a 45-degree angle for the corners. With the window frame cleaned up and the new seal in, it was time to put the aluminium panel in to replace the glass.
So here it is. Put the bracing back in there and just use some rivets here to hold the bracket together and keep the window frame nice and tight.
We used Sally's D-mastic on the window frame to hold it in place and clamped it whilst waiting for it to dry.
With the aluminium panel in, we are continuing on with the interior demos. Because the screws in the floor were so old and rusty, we removed them with a screwdriver as an attempt to knot round the heads.
So now that we've started taking some of the floor up, I was able to get to the two coolant pipes for those heaters and join that back up, so now we're able to fill the bus back up with coolant and we'll be able to drive it again if we need to. But for the rest of today, we are going to rip up the remainder of the floor.
So the floor is out, and we've just spent the last like 2.5 hours trying to scrape black sheet that was used as like the glue to stick the floor down. Honestly, the most tedious job. We definitely are nowhere near finished yet, but Nate's just, because it was really dirty and dusty, he's just giving the bus a bit of a hose down.
Unfortunately, a lot of the footage that we had has gone missing, and this is all we have to show you of putting our new floor in, but Shana was pretty happy about it. And there's also 3 water tanks in underneath there.
With the new floor in, we can continue with the demos. Now we're getting started on removing the roof liner and old insulation.
We don't really know what we're doing, but all we can do is just get started and figure out as you go, I guess. Nice spiders there. Should start charging them rent, I reckon. So dirty.
Wow, this bus has definitely had another life other than being a childcare bus, school bus. One moment, please.
Somehow, I kind of broke that one hold up neatly as we went. Just gotta get on the other spots. Not too bad.
Roof lining is off. Now to start pulling all this insulation out.
So as you can see, we are a lot further along in the build than what we've just shown you in that video.
So if you want to see more of what's to come, make sure you subscribe to our channel.
We'll be uploading more regularly from now on.